100%. If you look at Dragon Ball Kai, the final chapters, as another entity, this is the first Dragon Ball series where the highest rated episode came after its lowest rated episode. Because the lowest rated episode of Dragon Ball Kai was episode 18, posting a 6.4 rating share. Episode 18 aired August 9, 2009, adapting part of chapter 243 and chapters 244 and 245, which correlate to Dragon Ball Z episode 37 and 38. Episode 18 script was written by Katsuyuki Sumisawa and Keiji Teruo, edited by Nobutaka Maki, assisted by Kentaro Furusho, and directed by Yasuhiro Noatari again. The original Dragon Ball Z directors were Johei Matsuda and Yoshihiro Ueda. Episode 18, The Ship Resting in Yunzabit. Time to blast off for planet Namek. After letting Vegeta escape, the cast continue planning their trip to Namek, and Bulma ends up destroying Nappa's space pod. All hope is lost until Mr. Popo informs them of Kami's spaceship in the Yunzabit Highlands. Bulma goes with him and they find an old-looking spaceship, and find out it still works. And it works so well that it gets them close to Jupiter in a flash. The team of Bulma, Kuririn, and Gohan is set to go to Namek, and they blast off for Namek 10 days later. So why was episode 18 the least viewed episode of Dragon Ball Kai? Before the final chapters, of course. Number 1, the fight with Vegeta was officially over, and Vegeta left in episode 17. So the series had reached its first climax and was just having post-Vegeta clarity. Number 2, the episode aired in August, and like with GT and with Z, kids were probably prepping for school, summer break was ending, maybe they had trips, stuff like that going on. And number 3, this episode is a very low-key kind of episode compared to the ones that came before and after. And there would have been so many people already watching this who would have been already familiar with Z and the manga, so they would have known what was going to happen later. So they already knew when the heavy action-packed Namek episodes were coming. This episode did have an unusually low rating, the first Dragon Ball episode to dip below a 7. It was a very uncommon occurrence during the first run of Dragon Ball Kai, but the same couldn't be said for Dragon Ball Kai, the final chapters. So for part 2 of this video, I'll be exploring just that. So stay tuned for the highest and lowest rating shares of Dragon Ball Kai, the final chapters.